Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, BritDad Reacts. I've got a new reaction video for you, which is top 10 awkward interviews on This Morning. Now, we've all seen This Morning at one time or another with Holly and Phil. We've all seen some of these weird and strange interviews that they've done, and certain guests they've had on that have actually done or introduced or brought or discussed some very strange things. I know one of them I saw was about the best dildos to use. Another guy with the biggest penis in the world. So I wonder if any of these are going to feature in this top 10. If you've seen any of yourself on This Morning, drop a comment just down below here. Put down any of the ones that you've seen, and let's see if they make this list, or if you've got any others that we don't know about. Let's watch it and see if any of them come up.
The This Morning sofa really has seen it all. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 awkward interviews on This Morning. For this list, we're focusing on the most uncomfortable and embarrassing interviews from ITV's award-winning mid-morning show. From squabbles to sex dolls, mishaps to meltdowns, these moments had us watching the box through our fingers. Number 10, Samantha Brick. In 2012, journalist Samantha Brick faced a furious backlash when she wrote an article claiming that other women hated her because she was beautiful.
First of all, is this all just a publicity stunt, or have we all just fallen for it?
No, not at all.
In this interview, Brick reveals how she has received thousands of offensive messages since the story broke. But if she had been expecting a sympathetic ear from her host, she was soon disappointed.
Maybe you give off, so say you walk into a party, you give off an air of kind of arrogance or superiority. Maybe that's why the women don't like you, not because you're pretty.
Ruth Langford has other ideas for why women might not like Brick. And judging by the presenter's own comments, we're guessing that she's not Samantha's biggest fan either.
Not at all.
I probably won't like you when you walk into a room because you're attractive, and I do take offence to that. I think that's totally wrong.
Number 9, gender-neutral school uniforms. Paris Lees and Angela Epstein appeared on the show in 2017 to debate whether boys should be allowed to wear skirts in school. And with the women holding such contrasting views, it was perhaps inevitable that sparks would fly.
What right have you got to come on here and say that anybody else hasn't got a right to dress however they want to? We've got more important things to be worrying about in the world than what clothes people are wearing.
The guests take turns to sneer and snipe at each other, not unlike the arguments that might occur in the schools and playgrounds they're discussing. As tempers continue to rise, even the typically mild-mannered Philip Schofield begins to lose his patience.
You do not let boys wear skirts to school. Really? Come on.
Why are you rolling your eyes?
I just found the whole thing completely ridiculous.
Number 8, Noel Edmonds. Following his recovery from prostate cancer, Noel Edmonds appeared on the show in 2016 to defend his belief that negative energy can make people more prone to illness.
You go one of two ways. You either decide you're going to focus on living your life, or you decide you're going to resign yourself to living your death.
Most controversially, the Deal or No Deal presenter claimed that electromagnetic pulse machines could slow aging and tackle cancer.
Obviously, people are going to get a little bit sceptical with the fact that you keep banging on about this £2,300 box.
And it didn't end with this interview either. In the months that followed, Schofield and Edmonds continued their argument on Twitter, with Edmonds calling Schofield a fool, and Schofield calling Edmonds tactless and insensitive. Number 7, The Doll Man. Introducing Bob Gibbons. He's the proud owner of more than 240 love dolls, and in 2011, he decided to share his unusual collection with Holly, Phil, and the rest of the world. Sat around him in the studio, the dolls arguably look like something from a low-budget horror film.
Yeah, that's what they actually call a boy toy. They come from the UK.
If you think they look creepy, just wait until Bob reveals what he and his wife actually do with them.
That seems a little strange. That you would get them ready and take them out.
Bob's quick to assure Phil that his relationship with the dolls is purely platonic, but Holly is clearly very skeptical.
Because I don't see them in that light. I don't see
Some of them are dressed
way.
quite provocatively, though. I mean, you've dressed them, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Number 6, The Benefits Mother.
Mother
of 12, Cheryl Prudham, appeared on the show in 2016 to defend her apparent exploitation of the benefit system. Prudham was then receiving over £40,000 a year from the government.
Wow.
Phil and especially Holly debate whether the money is going to a good cause.
Yeah, I could save up for cosmetic surgery.
Which obviously that would come off the benefits and the people who are contributing to the...
Well, what can I say? I mean, come on. £40,000 a year in benefits and she used it on cosmetic surgery. I mean, talk about taking the piss and using our taxpayers' money for that. For God's sake. This is why our bloody country's wrong. Oh, get rid of it all.
Sort of welfare state would be paying.
As the conversation progresses, Holly struggles to keep her cool, highlighting the plight of other people who struggle to get the benefits they need.
So how can you sleep at night? No, you know how important your kids are to you.
Prudden, though, remains unrepentant, leaving her labelled.
I mean, I'm going to say, if you're on the benefit system and you need it and you deserve it and it's rightly so, then that's what it's there for and you should get it. But for these people that are just exploiting that system, so against it, so wrong. Somebody like her, completely bloody wrong. Really wrong. Just to get cosmetic surgery, that's wrong.
In the press as Britain's most shameless mum.
I don't know whether we're paying you today, but you can't sit here. Are we paying her today? So we'll find. Yes, we are.
Number 5, Kim Woodburn. In 2017, this star of How Clean Is Your House appeared on Celebrity Big Brother, where she was at the centre of a number of explosive arguments.
But I'm not sorry I said them. For what was happening to me, you'd have had to have been a saint, which I'm not.
She seemingly went on this morning to put the record straight, but Kim continues her antagonistic approach, and the talk turns frosty when Phil asks a question about money.
So how much do they pay you?
It's nothing to do with you, Philip, is it? What are they paying you?
Well, don't
be naughty, thank you.
It's all downhill from there.
Don't be naughty.
Schofield claiming Woodburn is argumentative, and Woodburn.
Let's face it. What we know about Phil Schofield, he was being naughty now. Yeah.
Accusing Schofield of bullying.
They reacted to you because of the way you make me feel sitting on that sofa. You're already making me feel controversial.
I don't like you to, when I get on here,
confrontational.
Have an attitude that I'm to blame, and you know damn all about it.
We're just asking you a question.
No, you're not, Phil.
With neither side backing down, it's up to Holly to hurriedly end the interview.
Thank you very, very much. It's been lovely having you here
What
today.
a delight to see you.
I'm so sorry you feel that way.
It wasn't a bloody
Number 4,
delight.
the sex robot. When
God,
Aaron Lee Wright
worse.
took to the show to talk about a sex robot he had co-created, the entire studio seemed sufficiently stumped. The robot is turned off, but we still get to hear a sample of suggestive lines it can say.
And then she might go on to say,
do you think we could get more sensual?
And then,
I can take many times much more love, just because you can give it. I take it all.
Oh.
And if that's not weird enough, when Holly raises the prospect of a child stumbling across the machine, Wright makes this disturbing revelation.
Well, I had 2 children myself, and they actually... she's got Snap has a family mode.
It is all too much for resident psychologist Emma Kenny, who promptly pitches her impassioned counter-argument.
This is not real. She is not called Samantha. She's a piece of whatever you've made.
Number 3, Kerry Katona. To one of the more infamous moments in the This Morning back catalogue, and a 2008 appearance by Kerry Katona, which left viewers genuinely concerned for the former singer's health.
She's only just arrived. Apparently there was an accident on the road this morning and she's just managed to sit down.
Just got in time.
Kerry was on the show trying to relaunch herself as celeb to be taken seriously, but her efforts backfired thanks to this
Never be
slurred
taken
interview.
seriously.
It makes me like, wow, to how I am now, it was such a relief for me. They were so big.
Fern Britton seems to suggest that Katona has been
drunk is
drinking,
she?
while Kerry's blaming her behaviour to medication makes for increasingly uncomfortable viewing.
But I mean, your speech is a bit slurred. I mean, how do you...
A bit slurred.
Is it? It is a bit.
Phil and Fern also received some criticism for their handling of what's clearly a very delicate situation.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for answering our questions.
No problem,
Thank you. You might have felt you were put on the spot. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Okay.
She's
Number
sozzled.
2, the Ali G impression. Following a campaign by the Sun newspaper to get Richard Madeley to change his hairstyle, viewers voted in overwhelming numbers for him to adopt the look of Sacha Baron Cohen's comedy character Ali G. And Madeley doesn't disappoint.
Now, Judy, when you was presenting with Richard, what does your real husband think?
Richard, you are my real husband.
He appears in costume to interview Judy, who mostly humours her husband, in between despairing at his jokes.
So, is it okay if I, Ali, does the show with you today?
What, looking like that?
Opinion on Richard's performance was divided, with some singing his praises, but in terms of comedy value, cringe,
I quite like
detail
that. He's
moments
done it
can
quite
trump
well.
this.
And we did the first take we did just before the show went on air. I couldn't do it anyway, but I really couldn't do it. I sounded Welsh.
Number 1, Katie Hopkins. Former The Apprentice contestant Katie Hopkins never seems far from controversy, but she
I
really
like Katie,
ruffled feathers
actually.
in
I think she's quite
2013
funny.
when she admitted to judging other people's children based on their names.
Name for me is a shortcut. It's
And
a really
what
efficient
does-
way of working out what class that child comes from. Do I want my children to play with them?
In the now notorious interview, Hopkins
Okay.
explains how she won't let her kids play with children whose names she doesn't like, which leaves Holly reeling.
Do you know what? I don't buy
You must
that.
have missed
The
out on
mums
so
that come
much
up
in
to
your
me,
life if
I
you
haven't
don't
missed
see
out on
that
a
as
great
being
deal.
all
together, ladies. You're all talking
Sorry,
together.
I can't help but get involved.
And as the argument grows more and more heated, Phil is forced to step in. But there's a fantastically satisfying twist when the presenters take aim at Hopkins' own choice of child names, leaving their guest with egg on her face.
Oh, so Brooklyn or London.
Your child's called India.
Yes, but you know, that's because it's not related to a location. That's because it's
India
related
isn't
to
a
a family.
location?
No.
We're talking about education?
India's a very, very lovely name for a very lovely child.
I think Katie was on gas and air when she chose those names.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to say, watching some of those, they're cringe. They're completely cringe. I mean, the sex doll, the sex doll and the other crazy man with all the dolls. Oh man, I don't get some people. I mean, why do people go on there? It's like watching Jerry Springer or, oh my god. Anyway, if you liked any of those, leave a comment down below if you've seen any other cringy interviews on This Morning. And what were they? What were they about? I'm still gobsmacked at some of those. Anyway, like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Okay, see you later, guys.